So I'll continue.
It was him saying, we're going to give them medicine today.
The medicine?
Right? The medicine is here today, man.
The medicine. Lots of people. So let me finish what I was saying. Yeah. So you challenged me.
No, this is the medicine man. I want it forward. Come forward. This is the medicine man with a big smile.
So again, you challenged me to bring another scholar within inside of Islamic world who, you know, reports to similar things as that, right?
Okay. So you
I responded to it, and I gave about at least 6, you know, different books.
Let's deal with it. Let's deal with it.
Go ahead. I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna just listen to you.
You brought 4 texts. Right. One was.
The first I started with was Tawah.
Okay. That was the curse of Ham. Right. Okay. Guys. Medicine man, come forward.
Let's listen.
Because both of these brothers. I'm having a discussion with Kalam. Yeah. So both of these brothers, they were for an hour, more than an hour, they were talking.
And giving a good medicine.
And they were. This
Can you show your son? Is it recording?
This brother.
You know what? Let's move over here because I know the lights for the cameras will be much better. See, I'm even helping you out now, Adnan. I'm helping you.
Oh, you got everything in your content over everything. You really have content over everything. You might as well live stream everything. Might as well live stream. Okay. You go that way. I might as well. Hold on.
I know. That way?
Yeah. That way, absolutely,
okay. So
see, I'm giving you a good.
So Kalam, the background is very quickly. Kalam made a video a couple of weeks back with the title, "Is Adnan Rashid a closet racist?" Here I am. Right now, I'll not have the discussion, and we will see whether I am a closet racist, or an open racist, or even a racist at all. This is the point I want to discuss very quickly, and the importance of this discussion is it will lead us to a bigger point I want to make, and that is that Kalam and co are actually racist. They are actually racist, not me. I'm not racist. I'm going to make a claim that Kalam and co are racist.
Jeez.
Right. Yeah. Let's bring it on.
So now you're taking away your apology again. You're taking away your apology.
Yeah.
Your apology, your initial apology is now being rescinded. And now you're putting back
in the code.
I am.
Are you involved with me?
Are you committing? Are you committing?
Yeah, I'm a Kemite.
Okay. Are you committing?
I'm definitely a Kemite.
Yeah, well.
You're not answering my question, so leave it. Leave it. Okay, now I want to respond to this point. Kalam made a video which is over an hour long. Over an hour long video where he made certain allegations that certain Muslim scholars have this rubbish in the books and they claim to be not racist, right? How can that happen? And Kalam was celebrating these texts. So was this medicine man. You know, he was saying, oh, we're going to give them medicine today, man. There's a lot of texts coming out. So let's bring the medicine out and see if it works or not. Right? So the medicine man he has to stand next to us. Right? So let's see what the medicine was. The medicine actually wasn't even Islamic, let alone anything relevant. I'll tell you why. The first quote Kalam brought from Tabari, which is the curse of Ham. Now anyone who knows Islamic literature knows well that our commentators on the Quran brought information from a number of different sources. They brought information from historical sources, they brought information from Judeo-Christian sources, they brought information from the Prophet of Islam, what he had said about certain verses in the Quran, and the list goes on. And some of the companions of the Prophet, they had certain opinions on certain verses of the Quran. So Judeo-Christian literature in the Islamic tafsir literature is not accepted by the Muslims. This is a point you have to understand. When a Muslim scholar quotes from the Bible or the Old Testament or the New Testament or the Talmud or one of the apocryphal Gospels of the Christians, and the list goes on, it is not authoritative for us Muslims. We don't believe it's our literature. Rather, it is Judeo-Christian. So the curse of Ham, Kalam used as medicine for Muslims, is not medicine at all. It is not our literature. Rather, it is the literature of the Christians and the Jews. So we don't have to answer for that. Number one,
I'm going to ask you, is it recorded in your literature?
It is recorded as information, yes. It is quoted as information, not as authoritative information for us to follow and believe in. Even Tabri, the man you quoted, if you had read him, in his preface, he states clearly that I am bringing in these reports. Some of them are authentic, others are not. And it is the Muslims, they have to now go and look at the chains and see what is authentic and what is not. In fact, the Prophet of Islam had told us that leave the Judeo-Christian literature alone. Do not deny it and do not accept it. Be neutral on it. It is not your literature. Leave it alone. So we have a hadith from the Prophet in this regard. No, that's out of the question. That's not medicine for us. So your medicine number one has failed.
So why didn't Tabari leave it alone then?
Tabari has actually brought a lot more stuff in, which is a lot more helpful for you if you want me to quote it. If you want to make a point that why is Tabari, firstly, Tabari is a historian. Okay, what does a historian do? Historian brings information from all sources, authentic and inauthentic, and then he gives his assessment that this is what I think. He was also a commentator of the Quran, and this is exactly what he brought information from different sources, and he said, this is what I think is the case. Now, if you bring something Tabari said about the black people, or the Habashis, or the Sawad, or the Africans, which is racist, you have a case against me. If Tabari, even though Tabari is not our authority, Tabari is not someone we blindly follow. He's one of our greatest scholars, no doubt. So is Tabari we own him. We own him fully. He made mistakes, he made errors, but if you can bring something out where Tabari said, I believe like Ibn Khaldun, you have a point on Ibn Khaldun, which is what we're going to discuss in a minute, very quickly, in due course.
So was Tabari a bad Muslim then?
No.
For going into the Judeo-Christian literature after the Prophet said, leave it alone? I'm sorry.
Are you even listening? Yeah. I'm responding that Tabari was a person who gathered information. The one who gathers information is not guilty of upholding those ideas. For example, if I quote, for example, if I'm writing my master's thesis or my PhD dissertation, if I'm quoting sources, if I quote Hitler, for example, in my thesis to make a point, am I guilty of what Hitler did? Am I guilty of upholding the views of Hitler? No, I'm not. I'm simply quoting Hitler. Just like that, Tabari quoted the curse of Ham and he didn't believe it. We don't believe it, we don't accept it because it's Judeo-Christian literature. It is not our literature.
You said he doesn't believe it. Is there anywhere that Tabari says he doesn't actually
Because Tabari is the same man who quoted the Prophet saying that we leave Judeo-Christian literature alone. So if you read Tabari holistically, you'll come to realize what Tabari is upon. Tabari is upon exactly what I'm upon in this case. Tabari is the same author who has stated that the Prophet said leave the Judeo-Christian literature alone. It is not hujjah upon us. It is not authoritative for us. We have the Quran. Quran is the purest word of God. We don't need the Judeo-Christian literature. And can you please take this weed away in case I get intoxicated? Someone is trying to intoxicate me. Is that a conspiracy? Is that a conspiracy? Who is smoking this stuff?
So you're reading this into the text.
No one's smoking.
Okay, anyway.
So you're reading this into the text.
No, this is our classical.
That's fine.
Okay, next point you raised. Next point you raised was very quickly. Medicine number 2 was it Ibn Khaldun?
Ibn Khaldun.
Before Masudi. Ibn Khaldun has definitely stated something apparently racist. Let me explain why I say apparently racist. Ibn Khaldun said that the Africans, and in the Arabic language he used the word Sudan. Okay, when he's talking about the people of Sudan or Sawad, he said these people are away from civilization and they lack human civilization qualities. That's what he said, right? Wow. Okay, now amazingly, wow, exactly, wow. I'm even myself, I'm quite disturbed by that.
And but let me submissive to be slaves or something.
Yes, something like that, something absolutely abhorrent and very, very disgusting. Now, do you know what Ibn Khaldun said about the Arabs?
He spoke very negatively about the Arabs.
Thank you.
They were savage and barbarians.
I'm Sudanese. Okay. Yeah, thank you for telling me that. Okay. Now, amazingly, Ibn Khaldun said similar things about the Arabs. And who was Ibn Khaldun himself? Hadrami. He himself was an Arab the purest Arab himself, he was from Hadramaut. As far as we know, he was from South Yemen, or from Yemen, okay? So if Ibn Khaldun himself is an Arab, and he's saying the Arab people are savages, the Arab people are savages, so why would you not quote Ibn Khaldun when he said similar things about the Arabs, and why would you selectively choose? Is he now racist against his own people? Is he racist against his own people? I'm asking you a question.
Okay, so number one, your challenge to me was find other places inside of Islamic literature, scholars inside of Islam,
where they have their own views,
that held such views against black people.
Yes.
So it wasn't incumbent on me to find where these scholars are talking negatively about Asians, negatively about Arabs, negatively about Europeans, because you can find it all throughout the literature.
No, but you were giving us medicine.
You can find it all throughout the literature. Your direct challenge was Muslim scholars that's speaking negatively and denigrating blacks. So that's exactly what I did. I stayed focused. Focus. Books I've read. Let me go. What books have I read? Okay. Yes, there's a few of them. Let me get this one. There it is. All right, cool. Let me quote this. Hold this there.
But how is that Tabri's view? How is that Tabri's view?
I didn't say it was his view, or whether it's not his view. It was to do with Islamic scholars that spoke negatively or denigrated African.
If I quote a text in my thesis, am I speaking negatively of a certain people? For example, if I quote Hitler or his sentiments about the Jews in my thesis, am I saying that, or Hitler is saying that? If Tabri is quoting the curse of Ham, which is from the Bible, is it Tabri saying it, or is he quoting the curse of Ham in his literature?
Let me ask a question. Does Tabri now state that this is wrong? Does he state that it's wrong?
What is wrong?
The curse of Ham is wrong.
Of
and
course,
that we shouldn't accept
Tabri has stated that we don't have to accept this.
Where in Tabri?
The hadith of the Prophet.
No. Where in Tabri does it state it? I can give it to Ibn Khaldun. Ibn Khaldun, no, wait. Ibn Khaldun done the honorable thing and said this is something made up and it's not part of Islam. He freed himself from it, even though he's speaking negatively about Africans. He freed himself from the curse of Ham. So I'll give it to him. Well done, alhamdulillah for that. But Tabri, on the other hand, no. He never did that, did he?
As I said initially, that Tabri in his preface clearly stated that I am gathering information in my works, authentic and inauthentic. Okay? And it is well known to Muslim scholars as to what is authentic, what is acceptable for us, and what is not.
Okay, so did he at any point, wait. Did he at any point say it's inauthentic or whether it's da'if?
Yes,
and
I'll tell you.
A lot of the times when you go read
I'm making a point.
He states this is
I'm making a point.
This doesn't have the chain of narrations.
First,
this is something that we don't accept.
First of all,
but in this case, he never did that, did he?
First of all, we need to establish whether Judeo-Christian literature is actually an authority for us. It is not. It is not. The Prophet categorically stated, this literature is not authority for you. Don't accept it, don't reject it, leave it as it is. Okay?
And it says that way. It says that way, sorry.
The hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Which one?
Okay?
I don't mind if that's been
My phone is dead, I would have read it right now. Can someone find me the hadith of the Prophet? Any Muslims? Sorry? Internet, the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. The Christian literature, the Judeo-Christian literature. Where's Mansoor? He has this database with him. He had this database with him. Okay, we will find, while we're having discussion, someone will look for the hadith.
No problem.
So we will read the hadith to you right now immediately, right? Okay. Muhammad Hijab.
It's cool. Continue.
Okay. So now that the Prophet has told us that this literature is not authoritative for us, the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, where he said that this Judeo-Christian literature, don't deny it and don't accept it, leave it. Can you find the hadith quickly from each other, please? Okay. So if that's clear, and definitely Tabri is aware of it, that this literature is not authoritative for us, so quoting it doesn't make him guilty of having that view. Okay. So this is very, very clear now. Ibn Khaldun definitely expressed it in his own words, and these are disgusting views, and that's why I said that's the only exception. You cannot hang on to straws, hanging on to straws or clinging to straws.
That's a quick question.
Okay.
Quick question.
Yeah. Let me finish first quickly.
Go ahead.
And Ibn Khaldun said very similar things, if not worse things about the Arabs. Okay. So what does this show us? This shows us that Ibn Khaldun is actually not trying to praise or degrade people. What he's trying to do is, he is an anthropologist. He is a philosopher of history, okay? And he's a social scientist. So as a social scientist, albeit primitively, he's speaking about what he sees. He sees the Arabs at the time, they are living like savages. He describes them as savages, even though the Arabs are the people where the Prophet came from. He sees the black people in Sudan living very primitive lives. He describes them as that, right? So this is what Ibn Khaldun is doing. He's an anthropologist or social scientist, or call him a philosopher of history. So he's not necessarily saying that black people are inferior or they should be subdued or they should be suppressed. He's not saying that. Next point is Masudi. Masudi.
Before we go there,
before we go there,
so is his work good or should we still shred it?
What? That quote is disgusting. We don't accept it. Ibn Khaldun, even if it's his view, we reject it. Ibn Khaldun, we don't believe he's infallible.
Second question I've got to ask you as well. Tabari and Ibn Khaldun. Are Muslims affected by that anyway? Like, are they influenced?
Again, the fact that you mentioned Tabari again.
So I'm asking
it shows that you haven't understood.
I'm asking you, are Muslims influenced by the words of Tabari?
Yes.
Adnan, I got it.
By the views of Tabari, yes.
It says basically.
Yeah.
It's the purple. It's the لا تصدقوهم ولا تحدث عنهم. Don't.
Right. So here the hadith in Arabic we have it that the people of the book, source. What is the source of this? Bukhari? Is this Bukhari? Muhammad, is it Bukhari? Okay. Sahih, yes, of course it's Sahih. I know it's Sahih. Okay. Right. So the hadith states from the Prophet that when you quote from Ahlul Kitab, which is the Judeo-Christian literature, Ahlul Kitab are the Jews and the Christians. When you quote from them, فَلَا تَصَدُّقُوهُمْ, do not say they are truthful, do not confirm what they are saying, because you don't know they are lies. There may be lies there. And we know there is a lot of corruption, and the curse of Ham we believe is a lie upon the prophets. We believe firmly the curse of Ham is a lie. Okay? وَلَا تُكَذِّبُوهُمْ, and do not lie upon them. Leave it. Because you... Sorry? Huh?
Don't say that lie.
Yes. So, basically, the point is, the Prophet has told us clearly that the Judeo-Christian literature is not authority upon us. We don't have to accept it.
Is that what I said?
Exactly, that's what it says.
Is that what,
yes.
what I said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is exactly what it says.
Okay.
Yes, okay?
I thought it said that...
Yeah, so your curse of Ham...
I thought it said that you don't know whether they're telling the truth or they're telling the lies.
Yes, yes. Yeah, don't accept it.
Don't believe or
don't
disbelieve.
believe it or don't disbelieve it. Don't believe it, don't disbelieve it, leave it.
Leave it alone.
It's not, in other words, it's not for you. Yeah, we don't have to accept it.
And the hadith
when
is
the
from
Prophet
where?
is saying don't accept it.
I know, I'm saying the hadith
it's in
is from
Bukhari. It's in Bukhari. I know it's in Bukhari.
Sure.
The hadith is in Bukhari. I'll send you the reference.
Right.
The hadith is in Bukhari. Okay, so now the point is why?
Why?
The medicine is fading away now slowly. It's not. Right. The medicine didn't work. The poison didn't work.
The poison.
Okay, so get to the point. Get to the point, of course. So Tabari is out. Ibn Khaldun we have dealt with. Okay, Ibn Khaldun was an anthropologist, social scientist. He was describing what he saw. Whether he described it correctly or not correctly, or morally or immorally, that's his business. We reject what he said. Now the third point is Masudi. Amazingly, same thing happened. Firstly, guys, sorry. Masudi was the third source Kalam relied upon as medicine for the Muslims. Check this out. Now Masudi firstly is a Shia scholar. We don't take anything from the Shia. For the majority of the Muslims in this world, Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah, we do not take anything from the Shia. The Shias are not an authority upon us. We don't accept anything from the Shia books.
When you say us, who is the us?
Most Sunni Muslims, 90% Muslims of the world, the majority, the mainstream, okay, the Orthodox Muslims. So quoting Masudi in a discussion with a Sunni is like quoting Hitler with the Jews, you know, when you're debating Jews as authority, because we don't. Okay,
do you recall your challenge? I'm just asking, do you recall your challenge?
Wait, I'm coming to that.
Because what you're doing right now is providing my sources, which goes against you, saying that there's no other Muslim scholars that state similar views.
Yes,
but we're just named Tabari. We've just named We've just named Ibn Khaldun,
you're not
and we've just
understanding.
named Masoodi.
Listen.
Clearly, we can see
that's not Tabri's view. That's not Tabri's view. I said
I'm responding to your challenge.
Wait. I said Ibn Khaldun is one man who you can bring out who said something like that, and I stand by my challenge. Tabri, when you quote Tabri stating the curse of Ham, that's not Tabri's view. Okay? It's terrible, of course it's terrible. It's not Tabri's view. It's not Tabri's view. Number two, Ibn Khaldun.
And it's neither Ibn
Khaldun. Okay. Now we the medicine is fading away again. Masoodi, wait. Yeah, I'm still standing. My medicine hasn't worked yet. Okay. Masoodi is Shia number one. So we don't have to accept it. So let's assume he's an authority.
Are you doing takfir though? Are you doing takfir? Because he's Shia, he's not a Muslim scholar. I just want to know. Okay. I follow the view of Ibn Taymiyyah. He believed that the scholars of the 12 Shia school are not Muslims. He believed that. Okay. So I believe the scholars of the 12 school are not Shia. Sorry, not Muslims. Sorry. Okay. So now, let me come back. Wait. Before you do that. So therefore, their authority.
Sorry. Please, we're having a discussion. You can talk, but yeah, please.
So the 12's authority are not Muslims. So what makes those people
scholars, not the people.
So what makes those people who fall under the scholars and hold similar views? Are they not Muslims as well then?
Oh, no.
The Shia.
Do you want to have a discussion on Shia? I am very happy to do so after this discussion is finished. Right. Let's have a discussion. I'm an open guy. I'm an open guy.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm an open guy. Anytime, anything you want to talk about, the moon, the sun, the stars, the grass, I can talk about it.
Let's go. Okay.
What about Rolex and Seiko?
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I think his Rolex is fake, by the way. And you know what? Now that we're talking about it, listen, you know and I know, money doesn't make you intelligent. And when I said that the money, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, he's the president of the United States of America. He's one of the richest men in America. Does he have a brain? No. Right? So money doesn't mean it. Gary is not richer than Trump, right? Right? You agree? Yes, you agree. I think because you're silent.
Continue.
So now the point is money doesn't make. Now, when I said my watch is more expensive than Gary's whole body because he made it, no. I stand by that. Hold on a second. Yes, of course. I stand by that. Let me explain. Let me explain why.
I don't want to
Gary,
let's an explanation.
Not because Gary is a black man. I would. Sorry guys. I would give my life for certain black people I know in my life. I would give my life for them. My own life, right? I love them for the sake of Allah, for the sake of God, because they're my brothers. The reason why I said that about Gary, that my watch is more worthy than your entire body, because I don't value Gary as a person, as a human. You know why? Because I think Gary is a very disgusting personality. That's why. That's why I said that. As a person, not as a black man, as a person, Gary is someone.
This is why you
I would not even forget about my watch. I wouldn't even give my slipper.
This is why you need some Kemet in you. You don't need some Kemet philosophy. Jesus.
I need love.
You need Jesus.
I need love.
Now you need Jesus. You know.
Okay. Coming back to Masoodi. Very quickly.
No, nice.
Now Kalam, medicine.
Nice.
Stick to the medicine man. Oh yeah. Wow. Look at the camera. Yes. Okay.
That's not nice.
Right. Wait, man. Masoodi. When you quote Masoodi, right? You yourself state that this is. Are you listening, everyone? This is very important now.